Last night, I was privileged to meet His Excellency Peter Obi, who was in Santi in Johannesburg, South Africa, for a short
What
visit.
I want us to do this evening is to have a small interaction. It's a learning process for me. I want to listen to our people. I want to listen to whatever that's happening, whatever we've gone through, the pain and everything. Can you just allow us to reflect how what is happening to us? And as we're looking to what is happening to us, just to look at ourselves, it's very, very important. And useful meetings with all of them, I'll say. And say, well, listen, this is not the way we should. This is not the way things should be done. This is not the way we, and everything. So, can we just have an interaction? Questions, there's things that are bothering you. I'm not here for politics, it's not an election time. We'll discuss all that. I'll come for us to talk about the election. But, so, let me see the questions. And don't spare anyone. Don't think there's one you can keep. And don't think you are abusing me by or doing anything you want to say it. I want to hear back. All the bad things that I'm saying, and we take it. That's what we want to do. So, who starts? Who's going to start?
May I start, sir?
Thank you. Okay.
The microphone here.
No, one after the other.
I'll bring it to you.
Your Excellency.
Thank you.
That's what you say.
Just
You're already our president. And it's just that you kind of do want us to talk about politics. But
so you can ask questions in politics, but let us
Okay.
let the question where we can
thank you,
talk
sir.
and everything.
Because all in my mind is about Nigerian political theory. And I want to start by asking what has to do with the Nigerians in diaspora. Tentatively, we are looking at Nigerians with a number of almost 12 to almost 17 million Nigerians spread across the globe. And it's quite pathetic that when it comes to electoral processes like this, Nigerians that are in diaspora are really disenfranchised. So my question is, when you become the president, what modalities are you going to put in place to ensure that we are actually incorporated into this whole electioneering and election itself? That's what my first question. Secondly, I want to find out from Your Excellency, the Youth Party had a landslide winning, is it 2 or 3 days ago in Abuja, and which actually spells something good for not just the NDC, but the rest of the political parties. I just want to find out from Your Excellency, how would that really affect NDC as we speak right now? And the other question again is...
And you can then bring the change that is required in Nigeria. So it's very important. You are the ones who are going to force the Nigerian government to change, to ensure that you vote. That's not in today's world. With technology, you can vote from anywhere. All these things they are doing in Nigeria is nonsense. Just people don't want to face the reality of it. Today my speech in Cape Town on policies for African group. And I told them Africa is not going to go anywhere. The cumulative effect of what you're seeing in Africa is actually failure over the years. And it's not going to work. Otherwise, the greatest continent on earth is Africa. Africa, what Africa have, no other continent today can boast of it. No other continent in today's world. Africa underneath have more minerals than any continent of the world. We have the useful population for productivity.
Sure.
There's nothing, but Africa have refused to develop. Same as Nigeria. Today, Africa is regarded as a poor continent, a continent that cannot feed itself. When you have over 60% of your land or continent. When I finish my lecture today, the organizer of the event asked me one question. And I told him, I said, how can you say Africa can't feed itself? Africa is a continent of 13.3 million square kilometers. Yet, with about 1.5 billion people, yet we cannot produce 1/6 of rice India produces. 1/6. We produce about 25 million tons. India produces over 150 million tons. And India, the townland of India, is 3,287,000 square kilometers. So 10% of African size. So you must dismantle this criminality and make it productive. And that's it. And that's why we're all doing this. Nobody's going to do it for us. It's not that we don't do it for us. I'm sure this place, there's so many pastors, which is good. But hey, God has blessed Africa. It's not for Africans to deal with their own. If they're waiting for God to come and do it, no. He didn't do it for them. We have done our bit. And the prayers will be heard when we decide to be productive. If we pray from here to Jericho, God is not going to turn us into a productive continent. He will bless our productivity.
Yes.
That's what He will do. So, diaspora, we need to be part of that productive situation. We need to be able to, on issue, and that goes to issue of what's going to happen about voting. You know, the reason why people say, when we vote for you, will you protect it? Because we have made our politics transactional. So everybody thinks this vote I'm casting for Peter is for him. Because when he goes there, he starts stealing. He starts making his own money, buying his own houses. As I came to Johannesburg now, I should be looking for where to buy a house. That's what it is. And Nigerians will even be aiding me to show me the good place to buy. And if I buy it and say to you, I bought a lovely house in Joburg, come to house for me, you come. I will even invite people to come and pray there. And everybody will come. That shouldn't be. Because you know I did not have one before you elected me. So if I can come down and say I'm buying, you should be able to invite police. If I have stolen our money. So when you vote, you're not voting for Peter Obi. You're voting for the future of the society your children will live in. And if that is it, that vote will count. Because whoever did not count it, you can't be person.
Yes, sir.
You will know.
Yes, sir.
But when Nigerians go, I get up every day and Nigerians ask me, oh, this thing, they will kill somebody. Oh, they will do this. People die every day. Not because they were politicians. People are being kidnapped. People are being harmed. And you who decides to lead don't want to die. What are you living for?
Check.
You're not prepared to die, you shouldn't live. You must die for a cause. You must die for what is right. I'm getting harassed every day in my business and in my life. What for? What else can I do? I live in a society that is not working. How about mothers who wake up every morning without knowing where the next food will come for their children? Looking at their children die. Are you better than them? God created us on people, God, children of God. Now somebody got elected and turned him into excellence. It is nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. And I don't believe anybody is excellent in Nigeria. Because remember the lesson, when people are stealing public money, thieves are not excellent. Thank you. So let's be sincere with ourselves. We must dismantle the criminality that is there today for it to know. We want to do a society. You're here. I can tell you 70% of you are here because your place is not working. Yes. And we must get it to work. 99. Nigerians, I came here the year Mandela came out of jail. They used to celebrate us coming here. I know what it means to come here. Nigerians used to go all over the world, celebrated, happy to see us. Today, to say that you're Nigerian, you're suspect.
All over the world. It's a sorry situation.
So that's it. So that's what we want to change. And to change it will not be by people saying, if we vote for you, will you defend your vote? No. If we vote, you must count.
Yes.
All of us. Because we have a problem. We have a challenge. And that is what I'm telling people. So, yes, I will protect your vote. Someone talk about tackling borrowing. There's nothing wrong in borrowing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with borrowing. All nations of the world borrow. Japan owns almost 300% of the GDP borrowing. All the Western world we celebrate today, US, everybody is in debt. But what do we borrow money for? The problem. When you borrow for consumption, you have a problem. In case of Nigeria, people borrow and steal it. And Nigerians don't care. Because they're insanely complacent. They think, oh, I don't want to be involved. He doesn't want to die. But look at his experience in South Africa. Look at how they treated him. But if he goes to his local government, somebody borrows money, he gives the person. No. That change you see will come when we start questioning those who were elected. We elected the senator, we elected the House of Representatives. We are now distinguished. We will distinguish you. They cannot continue to be honorable when they're totally dishonorable. It is time to question it. So don't tell me we should respect you. Who are you? We don't need to do two things differently. We need to look at ourselves. So let's go. Yes. How are you going to tackle the debt? No problem. We're going to tackle it. Nigeria was a country that had no debt in 2007. Because of Obasanjo was all our foreign debt. It was all forgiven. And that debt in 2015 was 13 trillion. Our entire debt today is almost 200 trillion. But Nigerians don't ask questions. That is the problem. So why won't people treat me the way they're treating me? Nice story about that. Somebody asked me yesterday, I said, do you know what is called foreign policy? The foreign policy is as strong as the domestic policy. The stronger you are at home, the more respect you have. Like a human life, very simple human life. He's rich, he's poor, poor. People get up in the morning, they want to drive to his house because he's rich. You see him passing on the road, say, oh, stop chief, sir, I want to see chief. He's poor, nobody goes to his house. If he does that, oh, I don't want to see him. Because to see him is to see trouble. To go to his house, so it is when we have a domestic functional country, nobody was asking for visa. But I when I come here, I want to come here with visa. Once you come as a Nigerian, you go to the embassy, 2 minutes. And that's it. Used to go to the UK, everywhere. Today, the only country, even traveling West Africa, where they say it's free visa, when you come, the question you'll be asking you know that, I don't know, is it not free? It's almost fine if you come. And that's what we want to change. So our debt, yes, we will have that debt. And we still start talking about investing in critical areas of development, trying to do things the way done. Some people ask about judiciary, about this. And judiciary is bad because everything is bad. Not because they don't know what to do, not because they don't know what is right, but it starts from the top. If you have a leader who believes in the rules, who will obey it, he will demand that the right is done. Because you're also looking for investment. Nobody can invest in a corrupt country. Nobody can invest where there's no rules. Because you're not sure of your money. I used to tell people that I used to live in the UK. And I had a bank. And I was telling him that you get, they used to pay him little money, percentage, back about 2%. And I was the chairman of the bank. I used to tell him that you can get almost several more in Nigeria. He would tell me, Peter, that your percentage is not going to be so much. So, it is important that you understand. Somebody went to borrow 20% in Nigeria, in a foreign country, and they charge him 10%. He said, no, you can't charge them. He said, read your country risk. If you want, let's borrow using Ghana. Since you have a facility in Ghana, it will cost you 3%. Nigeria is. So, it is for leadership. Yeah. That's why you need competent leadership, the capacity and commitment to know what it is all about. How many times have Nigeria as a country asked about what is happening to you? Where have they shown the compassion? That is where it starts. So, yes, we're owing. We'll deal with that loan. There's no amount of money. Countries that own 100%, 200% now still survive. changing it. We will start having the people, start having the right profession. We will start dealing with issues where they are. That's what we require. Loans are there, they will stop us. They borrowed it, they question it, they want we can, whatever they use it for, we will try to make sure it functions. If the country is growing, then Nigeria have all it takes to be a great country. It's not a huge deal. See that cake is not being expanded.
Yeah.
So the loan became a choke. But if you start expanding it now, you manage the loan. You see companies that failed and people turn it around. I was able to pay all their debts. So we will do it. That's what where I could have been. For this afternoon, when I feel my wine, it's for us to go and do wine tasting, have my meal, enter plane and go. Because that is the way our people are treated. So when we start looking for our own, treating it well, then people will respect us. When they heard you were attacked, how many of us politicians ran to you?
Nobody.
It's very easy. Every other country of the world, in the Western world, they will come. They will come. So when they come, they will know somebody. Even those who spoke for you, who has gone to thank you. So President Becky today that came to thank you. So I know how grateful he was when I said to him, President, I came to thank you. We'll get it solved. And I know those who said this, I said, let me tell you, that I didn't come here to protect this, but I came because you have a law. If you say Nigeria did wrong, let's follow the rules. I didn't come and say we're saints. We're the best. No. If we do what is wrong, I've lived in the Western world, in the UK. And I tell people, when people, the Redwing became close to me when he said, oh, people say, oh, they are racist, they're this, they're that. I said, hey, if they are racist, they're discriminatory, carry your suitcase and go to a place where there's no discrimination. But when you are within the law must take its course.
Yes.
That's what I want to hear. And I pleaded with them. Please, are people, if you say somebody is illegal, let's follow the law. If you say somebody has committed offense, let's follow the law. Because there's a law.
There's a law.
Mm-hmm. Same in Nigeria. It's not just here I'm saying it. Same in Nigeria. Don't go and say somebody has breaking the law. No. You have a law in Nigeria. I stop. Police. That's police. You know, stop on the road. Where police are asking you to produce your check. Produce your check. You say, where is the receipt? Where is it? The law of Nigeria is very simple. The law of Nigeria, you know, Nigeria is not really good. The law of Nigeria says, for you to register a car, you submit the receipt, the importation document, everything of that car. So once a car is registered, you're not supposed to have those documents. You submit it to the authorities who registered the car. Oh, police will stop in Nigeria. I ask you, where is the receipt? Where is it? Something you're supposed to have submitted. You have a registration. And then it's our country. So this is something that is very simple. They beat you, they harass you. Yes, it will change. We have embassies all over the world. You know, what are they doing? Who will make it work?
Amen.
Prime Minister, thank God today, our first sister is also minister, who I'm sure very committed. I work and everything. But the overall politics is poor. So that people who even want to work cannot work. So Mr. President, Nigeria needs to function as a country. Thank you. People change the parties for other reasons. Parties are vehicle. And if you find out that the vehicle you're using can no longer take you.
Jump back.
It's not going to work.
Jump back. Short left immediately.
So for me, I'm not against them. What I want is to see whether the person has changed. It's a difficult system to operate. Very, very difficult system. Because it's a criminalized system. So most times, you miss situation that is very difficult for you. And because the other people are in charge, when you change, everybody says, I've spoken about Nnamdi several times in the following. He has no reason to be where he is. It's something we're talking about here. If your country can treat him the way they treat him, hey, you're actually in heaven. You know, somebody asked me in South Africa, and they said, you don't care. I said, how can you say anything like that? I'm the only ex-governor, the only governor who has served, the only ex-governor, the only reason who was there in the church in the burial of his father and mother. No other person. And I know people say, oh, you can't go there. I say, what are you talking? I'm not there because somebody is my friend. I'm not here. I cannot. Nobody repeats, they can take it down. Will ever be treated inhumanly, be jailed, be tortured, be done anything, because it speaks against it. No, everybody has right of speech. If you don't know who I listen to, now can you abuse me? What is my own? And in public life, it should be abused. If you don't know that, so that's it. I paid all the pension and gratuity owed by Anambra State because of late babies. He was 80 years old when I came to the church. I go to church every morning and go home. I came into church. 80 years, the baby came from where he is, where I was kneeling down and praying, took my Bible, took everything, and she walked out of the church. Everybody was saying, I said, no. He said, I should leave the church. What am I here praying? And I said, oh, my word. He said, I should go and pray. It's gratuitous. I have left office over 10 years ago. I've just been a governor for less than 1 year. 10 years ago, nobody had paid his gratuity. No Easily, and God will never hear prayer. If I pay him, he will pray for me, and God will hear my prayer. Yeah. And I said, Ma, can I come to your house again? She said, I should not come. I don't want to sleep. I should go and pay. That's all he wants. He doesn't want my visit. But I asked people to go and look for me in the base house. And they found him in the house. So in the evening, I went to I entered his house. He was just there, tying a wrapper, his chest, eating corn. And I came and said, Mama, I'm here to see you. He said, I told you not to come. I said, please stay with you. This one you came out, nothing to give you. What am I going to do? I said, Mama, I'll eat the corn with you. He said, no, I can't eat the corn. Look at how she's dressed. Look at this. I said, no. So I sat down and ate the corn. And she told me the story. And made me say it any day. Anybody who is owing gratuity and pension is committing crime.
Yes.
Because you're owing people when their life are the most difficult part of their life, when they have less opportunity. And I said, Mama, I'm going to pay everybody. And I cleared all debts and gratuity. People are still going through that pain in Nigeria today. So you must listen to bad news and listen to what they say. Nigerians cannot be treated like this. But they treat them like that. You cannot get one person in my 8 years of being governor who will say, I, other than torture, in prison, anything. In Cape Town, I told them how I went to support with my family. I went to support a professor to be a PG, and I'm a sitting governor. And they said, no, you don't want the man. And now I went to preach to women to please support my candidate. They said, no, they won't. And I made a fundamental mistake of telling them that our constitution says if you don't go, if you are not class 5, you didn't take class 5 secondary school, or heck, you're not class, if you didn't read up to class 5, you can't be PG of matter. That's the constitution today. And the woman said I should give it to her. And I gave it to her. And showed her where it is. You know what it is? They taught it in front of me and threw it away. He said they made this law that there is no longer valid. And they made it. Not that it didn't come from the moon. And of course my security people felt what a disrespect. And I told them, no, I'm from this town. I can't offend anybody in this town. And he told the security people, said, this is my son. The mother, you listen to me. He can be your governor. And that's all. And I told him to leave the woman. I went home, went to the professor, I was about to say, everybody said, no, change the law. Why don't you put caretaker? I said, no, I'll come back here when it's over. Because you won't be there forever. So, deal with it. So, I want to listen to bad news. There's nothing wrong in it. In this thing, what is going through is wrong. Eradicate greed, eradicate corruption. Fighting corruption, people think it's difficult. It's not difficult. When you are not stealing, your wife is not. It's important. Your wife, I didn't say just you. Your wife is not stealing. Your children are not stealing.
Yeah.
You reduce it by 50% minimum. going to approve what they will steal. Let me tell you how corruption works. I'm governor. He is commissioner. He's permanent secretary. She's director. She's deputy director. She's assistant director. So when governor puts his own, he has his own. He has his own. He has his own. By the time the documents come back, the price are triple. But because my own is there, I can't question it. Try. But if your own is not there, when they bring it, throw it away. You know why I was impeached? I said every day. I was impeached for 3 items. First, I was impeached within 6 months of being gone. First item, my office was burned under Dr. Christie. The lodge where the governor lived was burned under him. There was issue then. Everybody knew. And the place was burned. So when I became governor, there's a budget, the approved budget, to repair the office of the governor. That was number one item. For 208 million naira. No, it's not more, it's not fair. I did everything for the 3,200,000. Everything. I bought everything new. I was going buying it. The only thing I didn't buy new was table. The table I used for 8 years was table used by the company. Because while I was going around inspecting, I saw there was a table there. So I said, why are you buying me table? This is a table. It's just a table. They said, oh, where is that table? It's table. So I told the furniture man, I said, just some paper this evening. I gave it for 8 years. Table is table. It doesn't make any difference. They gave one of the schools, oh, it was used, the man did this, the man said, polish it. That's polish it. And I used it for 8 years, nothing happened. So that was number one. Number two item was the house. My lodge. The budget was 486 million to repair, to refurbish it, to refurnish it. I did everything with 81 million. From 400. Because 486. I'm calling you figures. Because they wanted, oh, they're buying furniture, Versace stores from Dubai, this, that, bed from this, that, no. I'm in Orca. They want somebody who is doing bed in Orca. Bed is bed. There's no bed that makes you sleep or makes you sleep. If you have reason to be awake, be awake. The man I bought bed from now owns a big company. Number three was my travel allowance. Saving money. They said I used less than 10% of my travel allowance. Because before, in my first 2 trips, I was going to Abuja everywhere with 30 people who have no reason to be there. Nobody invited them for anything. First they constitute use that to staff money. After we use public money to pay for them. And when we go to Abuja, because they are not part of the meeting, they are not part of anything, they say it was there. So they eat more. And that is Africa. I said it's without Africa. They first tell you there's no money. But in the first 3 months, I was using 13, 15 vehicles. I think nobody. There's no commission. Nobody should follow me. So you buy fuel, you do this, and everything. You can go on and on. So You can eradicate it. It's not a rocket science, but the cost of governance today in Nigeria, it costs more to keep a Nigerian government than it costs to keep the government of California. California is the richest state in America with over 4 trillion GDP. Nigerian GDP is 200 billion. So you can imagine how many times over. But if governor of California today is seen with 5-car convoy, if he buys a private jet, it's gone. But in Nigeria, governors buy all sorts of things.
2 clear cars.
I move around. And people say the man has the machine. Just like we see in our poverty. It's not just government. It's our society. Our society have chosen that rascality, bad behavior, is a measure of success. So if I make money, rather than have peace with people, I go to my town, build big house, buy big car, make sure that any meeting that I'm going to do with my people, that anybody who doesn't respect me is locked up. I have to come back to the homeowner, I have to come back my relations with police and army to prove that I'm right. So bad behavior, rascality, has become a measure of success. And that's what we celebrate. I saw it simply. I used to tell people that I had 3 occasions. I went to see a town, traditional ruler, and proclaim our church, and coming to your house. So on 3 occasions, I drive to a traditional ruler in the town. I said, oh, I've come. He said, please, you're the government. You cannot go. Why? He said, nobody will will affect you. Like, even if I don't use salary, I should use this for you. Please, it's important that people know. How can I just come here and talk to police? Please. He's begging me for his own sake. I should go back. Come with the police, come with the army. Let people know. They are facing. Because if these people know that you come to me, even my cheers will know. So when they talk to me, they know I'm not. And because you came the way you came, I didn't invite anyone. So, since you're going somewhere, branch in living. And I did. So by the time I came in the evening, the whole town was there. He invited them. Nothing. Use his own resources to buy what they would eat and entertain them. But we're just going to talk about something that is just between the two of us. Those people were not for anything. They said it's okay. You don't want it. You don't want it. He's just happy to tell them that I came for something that took us less than 5 minutes to discuss. And I solved it for you. But he was happy that these people knew. He said it's now fulfilled. So he made me to come to white. Instead of us discussing in the morning and go my way. Because of the society. And everything. One of the chiefs they told me. One of the meetings I went to them, they told me about issue in East London where we took a traditional, where we had a I didn't know. there. So it's all part of what Pastor Lafayette also tell you. I said, well, I will agree to them. When we go to the place, we should also give and truth and respect. It's very important.
Thank you.
It's not peculiar here. It's not peculiar here. I live in London. And I tell them, Indian man comes. By the time you don't saw the corner shop. It's not peculiar to you. Nigerian comes. He wants to do naming ceremony on the side. He close the place. The police will come and start chasing him. So we too should look at ourselves. There are things we are doing that is bringing it to us. When examining life is not what you must also examine yourself. But your government must fight. Nobody, not one Nigerian. Every Nigerian deserves respect. Globally. That Nigeria must also live within the rules. That's where it should be. So, thank you for, I think I answered every question.
Yes.
So your pain. No, maybe everybody here wasn't affected. But I tell you, somebody somewhere is affected.
Yes,
So it affects us.
Yes.
When it happens to one of us, it happens to all of us. And we should feel their pain. When I called the president, I wish I could go and visit a family that is affected. I wish I could see them somewhere. I wish I could tell them we are with you in prayer. And please, Pastor, remember our people who are going through problems in prayer. Illegal immigrants is still one of us. He didn't want to be illegal. Maybe the situation he found himself. Like I said, if the one was okay, he wouldn't have done it illegal. I'm not supporting him. I want him to be treated like a human being. I want fairness and everything. These are things we must, as a people, work hard to see that we change. We can change our society. And all of you, like he said, is a change agent. Want our children. Don't think that those of us who have children abroad actually losers. Because they never go home. He was talking about that. Why would anybody go where it's that? Why would anybody go where I have so many people who their parents died, they didn't even come home. So you lose somebody now, they say, no, don't come. Your parents will even tell you, don't come. So that's why we preach. We must reverse it. It's very, very important. Please stay here as a family. Try to love and care for each other. Don't think that if it happens to me, it didn't happen to us. Whatever is going through is what we are going through. Let's pray for each other. Let's pray for each other. It is important that we stay together. That's what we've lost as a community. So people feel it's happening to Igbos, it's happening to Yoruba people, it's happening to this. No. Oh, go down in the north. Insecurity in the north. No. We need the north. In the east. Today the greatest asset of Nigeria is in the north. Not oil. The greatest asset is on cultivated land in the north. If we cultivate it, we can make more money from it than we're making from oil. But because we're unproductive, That's why we're having problems. Sharing oil money. How much do we make in oil every year? We make less than 30 or $40 billion from oil. That is nonsense. We're putting goods, we're doing everything, we consume everything we do, we consume and all that. We have problems today with revenue, and these are foreign, these are cultivated farmland. So cultivated farmland, you know what farmers are doing. You know what farmers are doing everywhere. Borno State, Sambisa Forest area, has given us problem in 60,000 square kilometers of land. That is 3 times the size of Israel. Israel is 22,000 square kilometers of land. So Israel is that, and Israel is exporting from there. And we're not doing that. We are importing rice today. It's the most consumed food in Nigeria. We shouldn't be doing that. Tiny countries like Bangladesh now produces rice of over 60 million tons. We don't even produce 10% of that. Bangladesh lives on 148,000 square kilometers of land, with over 170 million people. So it's heavily dense. And we have 2 states. Niger State at 76.3 and Borno State at 70.8 is equal to the size of Bangladesh. And they have less than 10% of the population. But we're not productive. We are looking for money to share. Everybody's looking for money to steal. No country works like that. And when you say people don't want to, no. People think you're even against church. Because church is critical. Church is important. So we can do it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. For Monday we are back to work. All vigil from Monday to Thursday must be factories. So we can produce It's very, very important. We want to be a productive country. I told Pastor owners, where are we going to go to church? It's very important. But we must pray for blessing short. We are going to pray God bless us for doing nothing. It is critical. We must change our lifestyle and be able to use money for the purpose it is meant for. Money is not meant for celebration, it's for production. So here now, the thought is so my dear people, all of us wait is duty to do the right thing. I'm happy with what I made today, how you people are together. Keep doing it. Keep calling the right people. Don't think Borno is different. Don't think Kaduna is different. Don't think Abuja is. Don't think the few people in Benue or in Plateau, they are different. Don't think that people they kill in Imo State is not from Anambra. If it happens anywhere in Nigeria, we're Nigeria. We have a problem in Nigeria. That teacher that was killed in Oyo, he killed all of us. It's not about that they killed. Because the world is seeing us like that. Why would they defend you when they're sitting down in the country? It happens everywhere. But as someone, that's why I'm begging you this night. Help us in building that new Nigeria. That Nigeria where you earn respect. That Nigeria where immigration, everybody sees human being. That Nigeria when you travel out, people will respect you. That Nigeria where people's earning can buy them food. Not when I go to fill the tank of my car and it cost me 200,000. But somebody is being paid 70,000. So in these 3 months car, listen, they will fill up the car. It makes sense. That's how we do. The society is very strong. For those of you who are aiding anybody and calling anybody desolate, the society we are destroying today will take its revenge on the children. Let's build it. God bless you.
Thank you.
She says she's the secretary of pastor. Hey, as a pastor, not the secretary.